In the previous video, I demonstrated how to modify the Ferralla editor to accept videos and images and send those to our backend for processing. So just to demonstrate, let me upload a video, insert video here, and I'll click insert video. I'll upload it, and we see the video appears here. So I have a video on the intro to Flask, and I'll just call this intro to Flask, create post. And now on this page, I have this video intro to Flask. And as I scroll through it, you see it's a minute and 50 seconds long as a video. So we have the ability to upload both images and videos to our app. Now what we can do is we can transform those in some way after they've been uploaded. So for example, if I wanted to cut out the second half of this video, that is a transformation to the video. If I wanted to enhance an image that was uploaded, I could do that. If I wanted to crop an image, I can do that. So there are a bunch of things that can be done with the processing API in Filestack, and it's given to us through the Python SDK that we're using for the app. So just as some examples, I'll go through some of the things here. So if we click on image transformations here, we can resize an image, we can crop an image, we can rotate, flip, compress images, we can enhance them, so we can upscale them. We can also remove red eye, and we can add a bunch of effects to an image or filters to an image. As far as videos are concerned, we can go to the page here to see some of the things that we can do for videos. So we can change the video quality, so we can upscale the video again. We can adjust the bit rate directly. We can generate thumbnails. We can transcode the video. We can add certain video effects and more. So you have all these options to transform the files that are uploaded after they've been uploaded. So I'm going to demonstrate a couple in this video using both images and videos. You'll see that images are a lot more straightforward, whereas videos take a little more work to get working. But in this video, I'll demonstrate everything that you need to do. So let's start with images first. So let's go over to this upload media because this is where both videos and images arrive when the user uploads them through the Ferralla editor. So what I want to do is using this output, I want to change something about an image. So if you recall in create posts, I added these upload params for both videos and images just so I know what's being uploaded easily. So I want to do one thing for images and I want to do another thing for videos. So before I can do anything, I have security enabled. So let me set the security, and remember output represents the file link of the file that was just uploaded. So I'll do output.security, and this will be equal to security. So I already have the security stuff set up here. I just need to assign it here to this newly created file link object after uploading the data. So now what I want to do is I want to check to see what type of file it is. So I can do request form get type. So type is the parameter that I specified. And the type in this case will be image first. So what I want to do with this image is I want to, let's say, flip the image around. So what I can do is I can do output.flip.store. So the idea here is I will flip the image first and then store it to Filestack. And this will generate a new file link object, which will be separate from the original image. So I'll say output equals output.flip.store. I'll save this, and then I'll try uploading an image. So let me go back to the app, and I'll go to the create post page, and I will insert an image. So I'll just pick photo 1, and this is a picture of a mountain. So see the original version here, and then we'll wait for it to finish processing. And now look at it. So it was a mountain right side up, and now it's upside down. The reason is because I flipped it. Note that when I was first uploading the file, I saw the image in the right orientation. That's simply because Ferralla is keeping it in memory as a temporary thing to give the user feedback until the image is actually saved somewhere. And then once the image is saved, Ferralla takes that URL and puts it here. So the URL comes from the flipped image, not the original image that was uploaded. So that's why I see this image here. I can also do other transformations. So once again, as an example, after flipping the image, how about I convert it to sepia? So let's say we want our images to have a certain aesthetic. So we're going to convert all the images uploaded to the app to sepia. So I'll put it to sepia here. So I'm just chaining the transformations. So flip, sepia, and then store. So if you wanted to add more transformations, you could. So let me reload the page and I will upload an image. So let's take photo 2, upload, and just wait, and we'll see what happens to the image. We see that the image has both been flipped and it has a sepia tone to it. So I was able to apply 2 transformations to this image instead of just 1. So, like I said, you can have any number of transformations you want on the image. It just depends on what you want to do in your app. But as you can see, it's very easy to actually make those transformations happen. Videos, on the other hand, are a little more complicated, but we can work through it and now demonstrate everything you need to know in this video. So now let me add another if statement. If request form get type is equal to video, and I should make this an else if. And what I want to do here is I want to convert something about the video once it's been uploaded. So the conversion that I want to do is I want to make the video a certain length. So what I can do is I can take the output. So remember, the output in this case represents the file link of the video that was uploaded. And I can call AV convert. And this is part of the Python SDK, which will convert the video according to what I pass here. So the thing that I want to convert is the clip length. And I want to make the clip only, let's say, 15 seconds long. So it's hours, minutes, and seconds. So 15 seconds looks like that. And then what I can do is I can set a conversion variable that will be equal to the return value of this AV convert. And I'll need that so I can use it for information in the future. But first, let me go ahead and save this and upload a video. So I'll go back, refresh, and let me upload a video. I'll click more rich, insert video, and I'll upload the same intro to Flask video. So I'll just wait for it to upload. The video's done, and note that the video is still 1 minute and 50 seconds long. So what happened? I just uploaded the video and I told it to convert it to 15 seconds. Well, the reason why this happened is because video transformations are a little bit different than image transformations. So because videos can be much larger, Filestack has decided to make this an asynchronous process. So I basically kick off the process to convert a video instead of just waiting for the response to come back immediately. So if I go over to my portal and I'll go to the content browser here, let's see what we have in here. So here I have a file called video1.mp4, and I also have this generated file with an mp4 extension as well. So let me look at the video one, and we see it's a video of 1 minute and 50 seconds. Now let me open up the generated one, and we see this video is only 15 seconds. So the video was converted, but I didn't get the new information right away, but it is stored in Filestack. So what I have to do is I need to set up my app so I can eventually get that new video and display it to the users, because I don't want my videos to be 1 minute and 50 seconds long. I just want them to be up to 15 seconds long. So let's go back and start working on this code. So the first thing I need to do is I want to keep track of both the original Filestack handle of the video that was uploaded and a new one. So remember, in my posts, I have both images and videos. So for a video, when the user uploads initially, it's going to save with the particular handle. But I know that video is going to change eventually, which means that handle is going to change. So what I want to do is I want to keep track of those changes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new model. I'm going to call this post media. It's going to be a db.model. And I'm going to add, of course, the primary key, which is necessary. So primary key equals true. And now I want to add a post ID. So this will be a video uploaded on a particular post. So I need a foreign key to the post table. So this will also be an integer, and db foreign key will be post.id. So now what I want to do is I want to keep track of both the original handle, so the handle at the time the video was uploaded, and the new handle, so after the video has been processed. So I'll create those two fields. I'll call one original handle. This will be db column. Let's give this a string of 30 characters. And then new handle. So db column, db string of 30 characters as well. So I have those two columns there. And then a third thing I want to store is a UUID. So the idea here is that each conversion has a unique ID associated with it. So you can use this ID to get the state of the conversion and the result of the conversion. So you can see if the conversion is still processing, or you can see it's done and you can get the resulting file from there. So I'll save that as well, UUID, and then db column, db string, and I'll make this, let's say, 100 characters long. These values aren't exact for the column sizes. I'm just putting numbers in there. And now what I want to do is I want to create a relationship to the posts. So DB relationship posts. That should be sufficient for now. So now in views.py, I want to import that class so I can use it. So post media. And what I want to do is I'll go back to that upload media section here for the video part. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a post media object using both the conversion ID, which is the UUID, and the original handle. So I have the original handle when they upload because it's represented in this output file link. So here, I'll create a new post media object. So PM equals post media. I know the post ID is going to be none because I don't know what the post ID is yet because I haven't actually saved the post. So at this time, I don't know what the post ID is. I want the original handle. So original handle is going to be output.handle. I also want to set the new handle to the same thing. So new handle is going to be output.handle as well. The idea is the original handle doesn't change, but the new handle can change. I could also call this current handle, but the idea is the same. This handle will be used to output the file in the HTML, whereas the original handle is just there for tracking purposes. So when I go to switch out the new handle, I know what I'm looking for. Finally, and let me just put this on multiple lines. Finally, what I can do is I can set the UUID. So UUID equals conversion. So the conversion object that I have here, it has a UUID on it. So now I can add these to my session. So DB session add the PM object and then DB session commit. So let me just put a comma there and fix the typo I have here. So relationship. So DB.relationship, that's what it should be. So with that done, now what I can think about is what does this mean? So I'm keeping track of the videos that are uploaded. And the purpose of this is so I can switch them out in the future for the updated video. So after the video has been processed, I want the new video that is the resulting video. So what I want to do is I want to go over to create post first. So create post. And what I want to do is I want to associate all of the handles that are being uploaded with this post with the post. So remember here in post media, post ID is none. So that's the first thing I need to do is I need to set the post ID. So what I can do is I can go here. I want to change this to flush because I need the post ID. So flushing will generate the ID for me. And then I can put the rest of the code down here. And the first thing I want to do is I want to get all of the videos that were uploaded in the posts. So if you recall in create posts, I have this event that will add them to Filestack handles. And there's a block here in the code and they have the name video handle. So here I want to grab all of those. So I'll do request.form.getList because I can have multiple things here. I want to get the video handles. And then for each handle, so for each Filestack handle that I have, I want to query for the post media object that represents this. So object equals post media dot query filter by, and I'm filtering by the original handle equals the handle. So I'll put this as first. So now if we find an object with that handle, what we want to do is we want to set the post ID on that object. So object.postID is equal to post.id. And also we want to update the body to switch the original handle with the new handle if there is a new handle. So what I can do is I can say if object original handle is not equal to object new handle, I can do something. But before I move on, let's think about this for a second. So why would the original handle and the new handle be different? Didn't I just set them as the same thing down here? Like they're exactly the same. Well, the idea is I'm going to create a separate process that will do the exchange of handles. So once the processing is done, the thing that I'll create after this will update the new handle on the post media for me. So if that process is already completed, because there's no guarantee the user will finish writing their post by the time the video has finished processing, we have to account for this case. So if they're really fast, they upload a video and create, then they're probably going to have the same handle. But if they take their time, then the processing will probably be finished before they finish writing their post. So if the original handle is not equal to the new handle, What I want to do is I want to replace in the post body. So post.body.replace all instances of the original handle. So object original handle with the new handle. So this is the case where the processing has completed before the post has been created. So let's save this, and we just need a db.session.commit here at the bottom. And now there's another part to this process. So I mentioned that something can change the new handle to another value. So what I want to do is I want to create a webhook. So the idea is Filestack will send a webhook request to my server when the processing is done. And with that webhook, I can update the post media with the new handle. So let's go ahead and write that, and then I'll set up the webhook configuration on the Filestack dashboard. So main routes, and we'll call this webhook. And webhooks take post methods. So now I'll define a function called webhook as well underneath the route. And the first thing I want to do is I want to get the JSON data from the webhook. So each webhook has this data associated with it. So I can look at status. So data status. And if this is equal to completed, so this is just the convention in the webhook, completed, to represent that it has been completed. What I want to do is I want to get the new handle out of it. So new handle is a variable, and it's going to be in the data from the JSON in something called data. So data. And then I want to get the URL. And since the handle isn't given to us directly, what we want to do is we want to skip the first 33 characters. So it's like a URL for the file. And then everything after that will be the handle. I also want to get the UUID. So data UUID. And now I can query for the post media object using that UUID. So post media query filter by, and then UUID equals UUID first. Okay, so this PM should represent the post media object with this UUID. So now I want to update the new handle. So pm.newHandle equals new handle. And then I can say if pm.post. So if the post exists, I have the relationship. I can also do pm.postID. What I want to do is I want to replace everything in the post in the same way. So post equals pm.post.body.replace. And then I want to replace the original handle with the new handle. So pm new handle. I will commit this to the session. And webhooks just need to return an empty value on success. So let me go ahead and save that. And now the code should be ready. So let me open up another terminal. And I have a tool called ngrok. So it's in my home directory. And the way I use it is ngrok, HTTP, and then the port. So my app is running on port 5000. And this will create a public URL that has access to my local app. So let me just raise this a little bit, and I can see what the URL is here. So we see this URL is forwarding to localhost 5000, which is where my app is running. So let me go ahead and copy this link, and I'm going to take this link and I'm going to put it on the Filestack dashboard. So let me go over to configuration and webhooks, and I want to add a webhook. So here's the base domain and then /webhook because that's what I called it. I don't want to add this for all, just video conversion. So you can see there are other webhooks possible, but I'm only concerned with video conversion. So let me go ahead and add that. And then I'll go back to my app and I can give it a try. So what I can do is I can upload a video and I can see if it processes properly. And I can also see if the webhook gets called here. So let me just stop this to clear out everything. And before I forget, let me go ahead and create the post media table in the database because it hasn't been created yet. So Flask shell and then db create all. Okay, so I will start the app again. And then I'll go to upload a video. So more rich, insert video, and then I'll upload video 1. So it's uploading here and we should see it appear. Okay, so the video was uploaded successfully. And now let's see if a webhook fires. So I've initiated the create and upload media here. I am looking for posts and then webhook here. That means Filestack has sent a webhook to my server through that ngrok URL that I used. Okay, so we see the webhook is fired. So 200, that's good. So now let me call this converted. So create posts. So now when I look here, I see 15 seconds because the video handle has been switched out. So the original has been replaced with the new one. And if I created the post right away, the long video would appear first. And then as soon as the converted video was done processing, the webhook would convert the one that is already showing to my users to the new one. And I think this is a better user experience. That way, the users can still upload their videos and the original will be there for some time. But then a few seconds later, it will be converted to the final version. So I know that was a little bit complicated, but I hope you understood the idea. If you didn't, you can always go back in this video and look at it again, or you can try doing something like this on your own to see how it works. So with that, I finished adding all the functionality that I wanted to with this project. In the next video, I'll just wrap things up. I'll talk about what I've done and what you can do to extend a project like this.